What's up, everyone? How y'all doing tonight? As we are back to our Stargate actual play. And just real quick, make sure I'm not seeing anything going on desktop audio. Hold up. Nope, it's right. Okay, cool. I say, well, hey, thanks for testing the subscription button there, Stormy. No, because I don't know if you heard it, but actually did Aragorn's "You Have My Sword." Because for those who don't know, I finally got sound alerts to work. So whenever you follow, subscribe,
Awesome.
all that stuff that goes on, and there are some sounds you can redeem via points or bits, your choice. But anyway, let's go and get into it. So again, I'm Kel, also known as Celtic Wyvern King, your Chaos Wrangler for the night. Oh, yep. Oh, you guys are gonna have too much fun with that. I can already tell. I might have to see if I can put a timer on those then.
Hello there. That's all that popped up in my hello there.
There's this thing. There's this thing called blurbs that you can do where you can also do walk-ons on that too. I can always give it to you later.
I think I'll be fine without those. Thank you though. But we're gonna go ahead and go around. Everyone introduce yourself, who you are, who you play, and just kind of reiterate from last session. Where is your character at mentally right now? Because just for a really quick recap before we go into a more in-depth one. We left off with Vigo finding out that his home is under attack, and he can't go, and Sharifa can't go, because Vigo's hurt, and as far as the general's concerned, Sharifa is still benched. So you got Brooke forming a medic team to be able to help out anyone who's hurt there, and then Keshina going along with the soldiers to just, secure the area and just help anyone who needs it. But we're going to actually go ahead and start with Lisa. Yeah, I purposely did that because you were taking a drink.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I have the great pleasure of playing Dr. Brooke Walker, the team's medic. I'll do my outros at the end. And last week was sort of an interesting week for Brooke. She might be a little tiny still bit hungover.
That's an understatement.
She contemplated leaving the team. But they all kind of finally sat down and had a good heart-to-heart talk amongst themselves. So I think they were in a really good place before we got this news that... And now she's worried about Vigo's dad and can she find him and what news is she going to have to bring back? Plus thinking of how many doctors does the base have?
God dang it, you're making me think. I'd probably
Good job, Lisa.
15 to 20, I think will probably be a good number. That way there's even number of shifts plus a good rotation of who's on call.
Okay, good deal. That's a lot. More than I was expecting. That's good.
Oh, if that's a lot, then I'll probably knock it down to more like 10 then.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 6 with us and leave 4 behind to handle people that we'll be sending back through, anyone that's hurt. Just FYI.
Almost none of the doctors have combat experience.
Great.
They are not field doctors. These are actual base hospital type doctors. Now there are EMT.
Well,
you guys do have an EMT team though. You do have those who are able to go out in the field and help with triage and stuff like that though.
Good deal.
So you have
Marine docs.
Yeah, well now.
Okay, then I'll leave 6 behind and take 4. Take 4 in the EMT team.
Yeah.
How many people are in Vigo's village?
Say 70.
Oh,
it's a
good lord. Okay.
Okay.
Your camera's
so
just
right now
no tonight.
Yeah,
she is focused on the job.
Yep. Okay. B, you're up.
Yeah, so my camera's down.
No, you're fine. No, I'm saying you're up for intros.
Oh, hi, I'm B, also known as Keshna. Having technical difficulties over here. It's not a night. No, it's not a night unless someone is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
I am known as Nakark Viper on Twitch, Discord, TikTok. Can you see me now?
Yep, you're up. Just
Oh, we
keep
can
going.
see you.
What was the question again? Sorry.
So again, it's who you are, who you play, and where is your mind right now? Like
Where's
where's
your
your
character's
character's
mind?
mindset?
Don't
My
forget.
mind's not here,
Oh,
so.
don't worry. I know what Keshna did before the end of last session. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten that.
I was gonna say
Wait, what
Sharifa
did
threatened her.
do?
Oh no, not even just that.
I'm lost. I am so lost.
I get just what's Keshna's mindset right now as they're gearing up to go to the planet.
So yeah, so with the gearing up to go to planet, she's trying to get her mindset into that mission mode,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time she's worried for Vigo, and because she knows that this is his home planet, and he's worried about his father and all that fun stuff. So she's she's split, and that's not good.
Yeah. Okay. Stormy.
Hey everybody, I'm Stormy. I play the leader of the team, the chaotic and very much has a chip on her shoulder, Sharifa. You can find me on TikTok, Discord. Sometimes on here, I'm trying to get OBS Studios to work with me, but I'm about to rip my hair out. Sharifa's mindset is very simple right now. Anything happens to Brooke, Keshna gets a week worth of hardcore training. I don't care how bad it messes up my hand. And two, if my team doesn't come back, they better have a team of Marines hold me back because I'm going through that portal.
Okay.
With or without weapons.
I just love that everyone thinks Brooke is so helpless.
Dealer's choice at that point. With or without weapons, I'm going to save my team.
Okay. And last but not least, Nick.
Hey everybody, my name is Nick. I play Vigo Sigmundson, the team scientist, 6'4" Viking himbo. I want to say his mindset right now is a combination of emotional turmoil for obvious reasons. He's scared for his dad, he's scared for his people, and physical turmoil from his bruised ribs and nearly shattered shins from catching his trap on her door. So yeah, that's where he's sitting right now. This is a whole world of pain.
Well, remember, you actually dodged the shin attack, but
That's right.
But your hairline fractured ribs are pretty much killing you because you jumped over and the impact was not good.
Gotta love that that reflex. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And again, I'm Kel, also known as Celtic Wyvern King. We'll talk about where you can find me at the end besides here. But yeah, so last we left off, Sharifa was starting to make good grounds in terms of their anger management to the point where Kanar said they weren't done talking, but it was at a point where she could at least start going on some missions. Not every mission, but at least some. And right when they were told that, and while Brooke was in the middle of having a massive hangover, wasn't slight. You had a pretty good one. The alarm on the base started going off saying unscheduled traveler or unscheduled wormhole activation. An inbound traveler. Sharifa was able to see from the briefing room, two came in very disheveled. And right after on the intercom, they heard Vigo to the gate room. Vigo to the gate room. And upon Vigo's arrival, found out that their village was being attacked, with no word on how their father is doing, let alone anyone else in the village. As his cousin Oslog and Halfdan, which Halfdan is just someone he knew from the village. Not like a friend, but not like someone he was just like, ew. It was just like, oh, hey, I know you. and they're getting ready to go to the gate. Vigo is about ready to run through, regardless of having gear, before the general got in front of him and said, "No, you're hurt. You're still benched. Move." Same with Sharifa, because again, wasn't told that Sharifa was cleared for some missions. And that was when Sharifa threatened Keshna with making sure that Brooke and everyone came back, and Brooke was starting to get the medic team ready. So we're going to go ahead and pick up right at that point when everyone's already geared up, ready to go. You have... I need to start writing down all these NPC names. See, it's been a long...
That's what you said last time.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I wrote down 2 of them, okay? This is an NPC I haven't used since episode 1. And we're on episode 12, I think? Anyway. What was his name now?
Oh my God, look at the title, y'all.
Oh, pay no heed to that.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Ah!
Nick, what was that captain's name? The one that you were blabbing off to every time? Do you remember?
I might have written it down. Let me check.
Please. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long week at work. Because, yay, staffing.
I did not write it down.
No, wait. No, I remember now. Captain Marshall. That's what it was. And if I'm wrong, I'll go back and we'll retcon. It's fine. But Captain Marshall's actually one leading this team, so he's got his full team with Keshna being attached to it. He turns to Brooke, the corpsman, and any other EMT trained personnel, and says, "You are to wait here until radio confirmation that the gate is secure."
Understood.
As he's saying that, the gate is dialing up. As that's the wrong window to open. Please tell me they have it here. No, they don't. So we'll just do this one. Yeah. But as he's talking, you hear the gate starting to move. Alarm going off showing that it is being activated. So everyone, clear away unless you want to get, killed by the whoosh. And you see everyone, they're checking their gear, racking the pistols, checking the slides on their rifles, and just make sure they're literally, locked and loaded, as much of a cliche as it may sound. So, Brooke, what is your mindset as you see this? Because this is the first time you've probably seen a deployment of this kind where, a place that is being attacked. Not that necessarily you've been there personally, but,
right.
You guys are moving in such force. Because normally it's just a 4-man team, maybe...
right.
even 2 teams. Not because this is also not just Captain Marshall and his team with Keshna. It's also 2 teams of Marines as well.
Yes. I'm gonna, while we're waiting for word that we can go through, I'm gonna go get Sharifa and talk to her for a second.
Well, Sharifa and Vigo.
Oh, she hasn't left the room.
Yeah, they.
She has not even left the.
Well, I want to pull her aside then.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say, look, I know you want to go. I know you can't. Vigo needs you now.
He's got me. But if they come back through and you're not coming back through, none of the Marines on this base are surviving me going through that portal.
You need to be here for Vigo. I don't know what we're going to find.
Find his dad.
I'll send word or come through myself as soon as I know something. But he needs you now.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna.
And as they walk back over, she'll grab a walkie-talkie from one of the security guards and go, "I'm listening." And she'll walk back over to Vigo with it. That look at that security guard and go ahead, try to take it from me.
And I'll go back to Vigo and say, "I'll find him."
Thank you. I trust you.
All right. And then, Keshna, what about you? What's your mindset? Because you've seen, not necessarily from Phoenix Base or anything, but, as a former First Prime, you've seen groups get ready to go through the gate for a fight like this. So what's going through your head?
Didn't he go through with them?
They haven't gone through yet. The gate was still dialing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Keshna, she makes sure she has everything. Montauk,
Yeah,
her
you guys
explosives.
Yeah. Well,
She's double checking her gear.
yeah.
Oh no, she gets explosives. I checked.
Oh yeah, no. Y'all have grenades for this.
What? They get to
Yeah,
go
they
out
gave-
mission and blow things up, and Kesha does it, or Sharifa does it. It's a cruel world, man. It's just a cruel world.
And when I say gear, she's also making sure she has stuff that she can use to make traps too, because
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's thinking she has to worry about Vigo and how he's doing and how Sharifa's doing. She knows Doc can handle herself. She's first-hand experience of that.
Yeah, you still have that shiner, by the way.
But she's also, she's also has it in the back of her mind of, Brooke's gonna watch out for me. I gotta watch out for Brooke, and so she has a lot of different things going through her mind that she normally wouldn't.
I'm just saying there was nothing in her orders to you that remotely said anything about anybody else.
Well, Keshna's first priority is always her team. Her team is her family. That's just how she is.
Okay. And then also, just real quick too, Vigo, how are you doing as you see everyone geared up, ready to go through? Like, you see, like, at least 2 of the Marines have the M249 Saw. Almost everyone else is equipped with P90s. Besides, obviously Keshna, they have their Molotov because that's their preferred weapon. Hell, one of them's even carrying a rocket. Like the small portable rocket launchers you would see most people wear. I forgot the actual name of them.
Vigo is. Remember, I think a couple episodes ago I mentioned that Vigo is kind of in his honeymoon phase of being on an SG team.
Yep.
This is his reckoning of coming out of it. I mean, he still wants to be on the team. It's him being at war with himself, trying to decide, do I do what the general told me to do? Do I do what is expected of me and stay here and heal? Or do I do what, it's warring priorities, basically.
Yeah.
Between his dad and the SG team.
Okay. Well, and you do see that Captain Marshall is the one leading the charge, by the way.
I do have to. If it wasn't for Sharifa staying, he would be fighting tooth and nail to get through that Stargate.
And you probably shot with a Zach gun, to be honest.
Probably, but that's an inevitability. But yeah, he looks down. He's up in the observation deck where they're doing the dialing, and he can kind of look down on everyone getting ready to leave. He looks at Captain Marshall. He gives him a salute.
Yeah. Well, remember the control panel is literally in the same room as the gate. It's not.
Oh, I thought it was above.
No, it's
That's
not
only.
It's not like the SGC where they have it up like that. They weren't able. This facility.
Okay.
They just retrofitted this facility. This facility was already made.
Yeah, he's gonna try and same thing. Just try to spot out Captain Marshall, give him a hearty salute, and then if he sees Brooke and Keshin, they'll just kind of put his hand on the window and look at them with.
There's no window. They're just on a slightly raised platform. That's it.
Okay, he's just holding his hand up, waving. Then it's the internal conflict.
With her standing next to Vigo, as soon as Captain Marshall turns, she'll go.
Yeah.
The whole. Let me know.
Lisa, what's up? I saw your hand there.
She's just.
No, I was responding to Vigo.
Oh, okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
The captain will they'll notice you saluting as they're checking the gear of their team and the Marines, and he's not necessarily going to salute back or anything, but he's definitely going to give you a nod because he knows how important this is for you. With that, you're then going to hear him tell Team 3, proceed, and you're going to see one of the teams of Marines go through the gate just as if they were breaching a building. After
Is it too late to go grab my gear?
I must say.
That's all Sharifa says. Is it too late to go grab my gear?
the chief, who you're probably saying is going to be the closest to you because he's the one with the actual gate controls, he's going to go like, yes. After about a minute, you're then going to hear on the radios, team 3 reporting. So far, so good. Proceed. And then Team 2 and Team 1, which is Captain Marcy, they're going to proceed through the gate as well. After a couple more minutes, you guys are then going to hear, all right, gate secure, medic team, proceed. And then,
Okay.
as you guys are walking through the gate, Keshno, once you get to your side of the gate, you start seeing smoke on the horizon already from where there's fires burning. And I don't mean like, basic fires, but I mean like buildings burning.
Alright, oh boy, alright. Well, she's obviously gonna be making sure everything's clear. But she is clear, and she does have a sense of worry at the sight of the fires too. So
yeah. And as you guys stand there waiting for the medic team to come through, you guys start seeing movement on the tree line. Where Captain Marshall, signals everyone to ready, and everyone's like got their guns aimed on the tree line. Give me a perception check, B.
6.
Yeah, so with the 6, yeah,
That's a 1 at that.
Yeah, just
Oh,
Yeah.
he's distracted.
yeah.
She is distracted.
Keshna is very distracted.
Get your head in the game.
So with that 6, you literally think it's the whoever's doing the attack getting ready to come out and start shooting, but then Captain Marshall will actually put his hand on the front of your staff and lower it, saying "Hold your fire." As you start seeing some more of Vigo's fellow villagers coming out of the tree line. Some are just running, others are limping, and they're all pretty battered. And it's at this moment that Brooke and your medic team are going to come through, and that's the first thing you guys see is them coming to the gate.
Okay.
As they get close...
So...
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, as they get close, Captain Marshall's going to, move forward. I mean, like, what's going on? Like, who's attacking you? He's trying to get as much, field information, situational information as he can. Everyone's kind of just babbling. No one's giving them really a straight answer, as they're just all in shock of what's happened. Because most of them haven't really seen an attack. Like, the closest to an attack they've had was Herdur, and then they were saved by the Asgard.
Right.
So most of them haven't seen, fights and destruction like this.
Yeah. So Brooke's going to immediately set up a triage area. Looking around at my team, who seems the most freaked out?
None of them are. Thankfully, most of the EMTs that were picked to go on this are seasoned veterans in terms of like combat experience.
Okay.
They've either been on missions with other SG teams back at the SGC, or just even before they were assigned there, when they were in different fields of or different theaters, I should say, back on Earth.
Right. Okay, so... Alright, so our triage, we're going to set up areas, we're going to tag people as they come, who needs immediate attention, who can wait, who's morgue area. I'm going to assign one of the EMTs to take one of the civilians that are not injured and get him to start writing down names of people so we can start, so when families, we can start reuniting people when they come looking for them.
Okay.
And the ones that are seriously injured, of course, will arrange to go back through the gate to get immediate help.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to have you do a couple different roles here for me.
Okay.
First off, just for the organization of everyone, go ahead and just give me a.
Mhm.
Just give me a flat charisma roll. Oh, before they got put on, before you actually make the roll too, real quick. When your character was on Earth, what was their profession as a medical professional? Like what they typically do?
She was a trauma surgeon.
Okay, cool. So with that, I'm actually going to give you advantage, which kind of worked out there because I didn't even see.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Oh, you guys so lucky. 30-20.
Yeah. So with that, you were able to easily start getting everyone in order, and you have no issue. Like everyone's just there's going like as you start saying everything, they start moving.
Good.
And now I want you to go ahead and give me a medicine check as well. And same thing, you can get advantage for this because this is your field essentially. Wow. Okay.
Oh shit!
Um.
I'm still in logistic mode.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you start seeing you see everyone starting to go through the triage process, and you start noticing that people are, due to how fast they're trying to move, they're not marking everyone correctly. So go ahead and give me another medicine check.
Okay.
Right. Wow. Either way, 10.
It's chaos over here.
With the 10, you're good. You get everyone to get their heads back together, and they're starting to actually tag everyone appropriately. Thankfully, the initial triage scenes weren't too far off. It wasn't like, oh, this person's fine when they were actually in danger. Because thankfully, most people that have come up to you so far are mainly in the abrasions, cuts, maybe some, sprained or broken bones, just from where they've tripped, trying to run over each other, type stuff. No one's, shot. No one's, bleeding out. But with that, Captain Marshall is then going to turn to Team 2 and tell them to maintain perimeter on the gate, along with half of Team 3. And then the other half of Team 3 is going to join up with him and Keshna as you all move toward the village. So as you guys start marching, or not maybe marching, running towards there, Keshna, give me a perception check.
15.
So after kind of shaking off the initial, I don't want to say hesitation. That's not what it was. The initial roadblock you kind of gave yourself coming through.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way of phrasing that. As you guys are going through the woods, you're starting to notice some signs. Like you see burn marks from what looks like a Motok staff, though the blast spreads are pretty random. They were fired with any kind of accuracy, at least not for anyone trained with them. As you guys get closer and closer to the village, and you see the smoke getting more and more as you get closer.
Oh, she would obviously tell whoever the leader is for this team.
It's Captain Marshall.
Okay, so she would tell him. She would let Captain Marshall know about the information of what appears to be Motox being used, but not by any proficient user.
All right.
And the closer they get to the village, she will eventually want to hide.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but you guys are essentially double timing it too there. But I will say there's not really much place to hide once you get pretty close to the village because they kind of cleared out even before all this. There was a pretty big clearing leading up to the village.
Okay.
Yeah, but it take you guys probably 45, 50 minutes to get there, even at the run you guys are making. Because again, remember, Vigo, your village is pretty far from the gate compared to others. Well, not compared to others. There's some that are even further out than that, but you get my point still. But when you guys get there, you actually come across more people running. I mean running away from the village.
Okay, so people. Well, Kesha would obviously try to get one of them to stop to get info.
Okay, how are you going to get one of them to stop?
The extreme part of me wants to say she's going to use the Montauk, but let's not go that route.
No, because...
I said the extreme part of me, but the logical part of me...
This might be interesting. They might be afraid of the Montauk.
Yeah, but what Kester would actually do is she would take all 5 foot 205 pounds wet of herself and step into the pathway with the full intention that she might have to, forcibly take someone down to get them to stop. But
okay, as you get in front of someone, they do notice you're carrying a Montauk, and much as Lisa guessed, they stop their track and try and run a different direction. But thankfully, the direction they run is toward Captain Marshall, who actually is able to get them to stop. He asks them, what happened, how many are there? And this person is definitely rattled. They're definitely far from level-headed. But they're a lot more coherent than the ones who actually made it to the gate so far. And he starts telling y'all about how, some traders came in through the gates. And as soon as they made it to the village, they pulled out the weapons of the Jotuns. That's what they called the Goa'uld were Jotuns, because giants, demons, same thing as far as Stargate's concerned. And just start blasting everything. But from what you saw in the woods too, with that being sporadic, it seemed like as they were shooting, they weren't trying to actually hit anyone. They did mention that a few people were shot with what looked like lightning, and they fell. And that makes you realize that they also had Zat guns.
yeah.
And the ones that were shot with the Zat gun were taken to the gate before they can even make a run to the gate.
The hell?
Hearing that, Captain Marshall's going, let them continue running. And he pretty much tells everyone, like, be ready. Like, as he, raises his P90 and just starts, walking, not as much as a run, it's more walking slow. And just keeping an eye out as you guys move forward. Alright. And we're actually going to head back to the to Phoenix base now. Where y'all have not heard any word yet. And it's been a good, about 40 minutes or so since Brooke's team went through the gate. Oh, excuse me.
So I'm assuming I know it's about the distance, right? It would be about a 45-minute run from the gate to my village.
If they're able to make it leave as soon as they went through the gate, yes. But you also don't know what may have happened after the gate shut off.
Yeah, Vigo is being uncharacteristically stoic. He is standing there just staring at the gate, trying to mentally prepare himself for when the gate eventually starts moving. I'm assuming it's shut off now?
Yeah, well, the gate, it's not really shut off, but it's inactive. Like, there's no one dialing in, there's no one dialing out.
Right.
It's in standby.
Yeah, he's waiting for the moment that starts to spin, and he's hyper focusing on the gate,
Yeah.
not thinking about anything else. It's the one thing keeping him in place right now.
Okay. What about you, Sharifa?
Seeing that he's hyper focused on the gate, I'm gonna sneak away for a moment, and when I come back, putting the screamer sticks in the boot.
Oh God.
I say,
And I'll reach behind me and pull out a knife and stick it down into the cast on my hand, blade side up, and start cutting away the cast on her hand.
yeah. So you definitely can't do that stealthily. So they're definitely going to notice. And the chief is literally going to turn his chair and going, "What are you doing?
Getting ready.
Ready for what? You aren't traveling."
He's staring at that gate.
Again, the chief is actually going to tell you to go put your equipment back up because you still have, as far as they're concerned.
Why
you've
don't
not
you
been
just
cleared
sit
yet.
there and shut up and watch your monitor? Half my team went through there into a dangerous situation, and I'm stuck here listening to you bitch about me putting on armor and having my screamer sticks with me.
He's then going to look and tell you, "You're going to go put that stuff up because you
All that hard work.
Down the drain.
Because if anything, this is actually making them think that you probably haven't made any progress in your talk with Kanar.
What would you do if it was your family on the other side of that?
I trust the ones that went.
I do. I trust Keshna. I trust Brooke.
Then go put your gear up.
Slide the knife away. Fine, whatever. You could put the flak jacket up, but the screamer sticks are staying in the boots. Put the knife away too, and the P90 she had attached to her hip. The screamer sticks stay.
He'll compromise there. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head back to Cymeria now. And head back to Brooke, who, for the most part, you've gotten most of the triage. A lot of the ones with, that needed real work, again, you really won't be able to do here, so you try and make, and most of the ones that need real work were, again, like broken bones, so you try and make splints as best you can with either the medical gear you guys have brought, or just with, branches and stuff you guys are able to find around the gate.
Right. So I want to call the EMT over. I had taking names.
Yes.
And I want to look through that list of names and see if Sigmund is on there.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
There we go. 16.
Yeah. So with a 16, you're able to see multiple names on there. You do not see Sigmund yet.
Okay, so I'm going to get the first group ready to go through the gate. I'm going to find the most level head, the person that's kind of calming everybody, the civilian that seems to be the most level-headed right now, and tell him, when you get through, find Sharifa and tell her, no word yet, they're still clearing the village.
Give me another investigation roll to see if you can spot.
And also tell her. Okay. 17.
All right. So with that, hold on. I just showed you have 3 rolls now. What?
Yeah.
Because the first one didn't go. The first one delayed. But the first 2 rolls were the first 2 I did.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, with the 17, yeah, you do find him. He's a bit of an older gentleman, which is why he's a bit more level-headed, because even though, again, all this kind of stuff is still new to some areas, again, due to the Asgard's protection over the planet, his experience in terms of years has helped him. So you tell him to find Sharifa, said no sign yet of Sigmund. What was the other part of the message?
They're still clearing the village.
Okay. So once you get the first group ready, which, give me a second, I gotta get this back up because I didn't actually travel on my simulator here.
Sorry, my sister-in-law just sent me a bunch of pictures of the babies. I had to look at them all.
You're good. But you're able to get them going. There's only about 10 who have made it to the gate so far. Probably about 3 or 4 of them are ready to actually go through the gate.
Right.
Just because you guys actually,
Okay.
I'll say all 10 are able to make it through because, like I said, most of them just had minor abrasions and bruises. There's only like maybe 3 that had broken bones.
Right.
So you guys start dialing the gates. And I just gotta wait for this to play catch up. And once the gate is activated, you guys are going to one of the corpsmen is going to grab their GDO and go ahead and type in their IDC, so that way they actually open the iris on the other end, and you guys don't end up being bugs on a windshield. There we go. And now we can actually do the. Oh, actually, I just realized something. That's probably why. Need to change that to that. Anyway, but you start sending them through. Well, first, before you send them through, after you guys have the IDC, the corpsman's going to radio saying sending the first group of survivors. So that way, Sharifa and Vigo, because you guys obviously see the gate dialing, the iris is closed. Once IDC is confirmed, it opens up and you start seeing people come through. What do you all do as people walk through?
Brooke said she was going to be on that radio.
If Vigo's gonna run up, there's probably a row of people with like guns pointed up, right? Usually, and then there's medics waiting.
Well, the guns aren't pointed up at this point just because the IDC was already cleared.
Oh, right. I just assumed that was something they did no matter what.
No, no, because they know that the gate was also secured.
Right.
So there's not going to be a row of people. Like there'll be a couple people on the sides of the ramp because you'll have at least 2 people posted there and maybe a turret. But it's not like people blocking. It's not a row of people blocking the ramp.
Yeah, Vigo's just gonna run right up as close as he can to see the people as they come through.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to get right to the bottom of the ramp. They do tell you, one of them pulls you to the side to get out of their line of fire. But they do so, and you're going to start seeing people walk through. A lot of them bruised, battered. Some of them are carrying others on stretchers that you can tell were being used by the EMTs that were sent through for them. And you start seeing that the doctors that were still at the base bring their gurneys in and start loading those people from the stretchers onto the gurneys. Give me a perception or investigation. I'm going to give you a choice here. And once the last one comes through, you guys will be hearing the gate turn off.
Oh, Brooke didn't answer her.
Yeah, 19.
19. You do not see your dad. You do see some more people that you recognize though. Like there was your actual neighbor, Helga, as well as her kid, which her kid is only like 5 years old. The kid looks like no worse for wear though, just a little bit dirtied up. We're gonna say the kid's name is Olaf.
Good name.
Don't look at me like that, Nick.
That's okay. I'll ask him to build a snowman later.
Yeah, won't be able to do that on this plan. The plan you guys are on is pretty much perpetual spring and fall.
2 favorite seasons. It's all good. Vigo's going to go to people that he recognizes, anyone that's kind of ambulatory and talking. He's going to kind of machine gun ask them if they've seen Sigmund.
Yeah, everyone you've asked, going like, last they saw, he was heading north of the village. With a few of the other men of the village, each with their like sword or axe in hand. Because a lot of the people were running north instead of running towards the gate. So they ran north to help protect them.
That sounds like him. Thank you. The person I'm talking to. Thank you. That sounds like my father.
Oh, it was Helga.
And I'll run back to run back to Sharifa and tell her what Helga told me.
You mean hobble run?
Oh no, his mind is in adrenaline mode right now. He's not feeling any of the pain.
He'll feel it later.
Yeah.
Like he runs up to Sharifa. He sees her on the radio trying to get a hold of Brooke, and he's like, "Dad, my neighbor. She said that my father ran north with a group of people with weapons, just like him. He probably went to go protect some more of the villagers. Can you let them know over the radio?"
Before the gate closes again, she'll try Brooke again.
Oh, I didn't hear the first one.
Yeah, she said Brooke.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Go ahead.
2 things. 1, are you okay?
Yes, good.
Okay. 2, Vigo says his dad ran north to try to protect the people.
Got it.
Anything happens, you dial that gate, you tell somebody to hit their number in, and I will be through it faster than you can blink.
Brooke, I can't do my job if I'm worrying about you. Keep it together.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. Out.
And that's when the gate turns off. The chief is then going to turn to you and say, again, you aren't traveling.
Vigo's gonna take Sharifa's hand and be like, "I need you here." I know Captain
She'll just
Walker.
mumble
He's a good
something
man.
only Dr. Jackson would understand, and she'll sigh.
Alright.
Hey, nobody there took her language, so she could talk all she wants in that language.
So I'm going to try and contact Captain Walker by the radio.
Alright. I was like, what do you say to start the combo?
Triage to Captain Walker.
Here, give 1 second. I want to make sure something's actually work. I want to make sure soundboard's actually working. I think maybe our talking's overgoing it. Here, Slayer, I'm going to try one of the sound bits again. You let me know if it actually comes through. As far as my soundboard's showing, it's going through.
Hello there.
I have you turned down.
Because if it's not, I'll deal with it after stream.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Oh, wait, I have my speakers turned down. That's why.
My volume always seems freaking low with this thing. Which is funny because actually, oh wait, that's hold on, I gotta go to voice mods. Oh, you heard it that time. Okay, cool. So yeah, so earlier it was our talking because everything's coming through the same source. Okay, cool. As for my audio, I know how to fix that. Give me 1 second. How is that?
Oh, yeah, much louder.
All right. Was it too loud?
A little bit.
All right. How about now?
That's better.
That's better.
Okay, cool. I had to go into voice mod and do the audio setting. Cool. All right. Thank you for that. Sorry for the slight intermission there as we dealt with tech, because again, it wouldn't be a stream without tech. All right. So what'd you say? You said triaged Captain Marshall.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Doc.
Survivors here report a group of civilians heading north of the village with weapons to engage whatever attack. Wanted to let you know.
Thanks for the heads up. We're approaching the village now. Go on radio silent.
Okay.
And so, as you guys are... Ooh, excuse me. So, back to B's group with Captain Marshall. As you guys are finally prancing at the edge of the village. You made it through the clearing just fine. But you see multiple buildings on fire. Some have already been reduced to cinders. They've already collapsed, all that. You do not see any bodies, though. You don't... I'm just going to say with your passive investigation that you don't even see tracks of like bodies being dragged off. It was like, it seemed like no one was hurt here. Outside of, obviously being, trying to run over each other to get the hell out of Dodge. But again, and you see more of that same blaster fire where it's very intermittent, not intermittent, it's very random, like as if it was meant to cause destruction, not death.
You got me baffled here.
And you actually do find traces of a wagon, more likely based on what you were told, what the traders were pulling their goods in on.
We should obviously look it over for any potential traps or maybe find extra information maybe on it.
Well, no, I say you find the tracks of the wagon. You don't find the wagon itself.
Oh, okay. What direction are the tracks going in?
They actually go to the west.
She knows Zygmunt went north. She would look to Captain Marshall.
Is it, yeah?
And she would ask for permission to go north while letting him know that it looks like the wagon went west.
Alright. So with that, he's going to say, yeah, we'll go ahead and split into 3-man teams. You and 2 Marines will follow the survivors north. I'll take these 2 and we'll head west, see what's going on with that wagon. And you guys branch off. Go ahead and give me a survival check, though, to actually, track the tracks.
Survival. 14.
Yeah, 14. You're able to tell that probably about 20 people clamored north. Like, that was probably the initial group that went. But you do see some additional tracks where about 4 or 5 people followed. And then after that, you see another set of tracks where it looks like about 3 people started following. Now, you don't know if the 4 or 3, Zygmunt's group or not. You just know there's definitely someone following them, regardless.
Okay. Well, she would obviously go ahead, but she'd tell the other 2 that's with her, hey, keep your eyes and ears out. There's potentially a hostile group that we may run into.
Yeah, those give you a nod as they go forward. Because you got 2 Marines with you, one armed with the P90, the other one has the M249.
And Keshna's obviously going to go ahead of them. Scout and all that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. Let's do. Go ahead and give me another survival check. And while you're doing that, we're going to head back to Lisa as Brooke there. So, Brooke, as you are, cleaning up, the equipment that you guys have used so far, you see another group of survivors come through a tree line, about 20 more this time.
Okay. Get ready.
Yeah. Once they make it there, go ahead. The group makes to the gate. Go ahead and give me another medicine check. And again, it's with advantage too.
19.
Yeah. So again, you guys got a little overrun at first because you didn't expect to. Because the first group was mainly women and children. There weren't, and a couple out more seniors, like elderly people from the group, which kind of threw y'all off. Well, it threw some of them off. Not necessarily you, but this time you guys are on y'all's shit. Like you're able to get everyone. You do see there are some that are definitely more torn up than others. Mainly, again, not necessarily due to being shot, but you do see where some of them definitely got hurt either from falling out of maybe the roof of their house as they try to escape a fire. Some of them do have burns. And then again, the majority are just lacerations, abrasions, nothing like major, like nothing that's hit like a major artery or anything.
Right.
So you guys, you're able to get them going, no problem. And then B with that 13. Yeah, you see that they are still going straight north. There's a couple moments where you thought you lost the track, but you're able to pick them right back up because you see, branches on bushes that have been snapped, where people just ran into it. You see plants that have been, stepped on, stuff like that. And you can guess based on the tracks that you're probably a good 30 minutes behind them, depending on the pace you give.
Okay. If possible, she would try to get her to move a little quicker.
Yeah, I mean, these are Marines. They can go the pace.
Okay, well, she's gonna push them, so.
Alright. So, yeah. So, we'll come back to you on that part. Brooke, so what are you doing as you're doing the triage here? Especially for the ones that, like I said, because you said you had 20 here. So, we'll say that 3 have burns, 2 have internal bleeding from falling from a height, 1 has a compression fracture in their leg, and the rest will be abrasions, bruises, maybe some sprained ankles, stuff like that.
Right. The worst ones are gonna get them ready to go through right away.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another medicine check real quick. And this is all still with advantages, by the way. So, yeah, another 19, you're golden. Yeah, so you're able to get them stabilized for travel through the gate. You guys go ahead and dial again. You get the IDC in. And the corpsman who is, again, doing the IDC, they're going to radio in saying, have 20 more inbound, 3 with burns, and he'll relay, what you all have triaged so far. And Vigo, are you still standing by the gate this time, or were you up by the control panel again?
I think he's back by the control panel, waiting for the gate to open up again, and then same thing. The moment it opens, he's going to run back up.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to get through, and again, you'll hear it through the radio.
And 20 inbound, 5 critically injured, 3 of them burns, 6 critically injured, 3 burns, 2 internal bleeding, and 1 with a compression fracture.
And you hear Chief respond, going send him through. As you guys do that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get this going again. And you start seeing come through, and you see more people that you know. Some of them, again, for the most part, just minor wounds. But the first ones you come through, you see where some of them are burned, like whether it's their hand, their arm, part of their face, maybe their leg. Like you see a lot of them that are really hurt.
Once again, I try to see if any of them are my dad, and none of them are.
Yep. Yeah, you do see your aunt, though, Aslog's mother, come through. And when she sees you, she actually runs up and gives you a hug. So give me a constitution check because your ribs.
That's a 6.
Oh yeah,
Ouch.
as soon as she hugs you, you're like, like you cannot hide it. And she immediately lets go.
It's okay.
Yeah, because she did not realize how hurt you were. And we're gonna say her name is nickname is Siggy. Because I gotta remember what the actual full thing for that is. Anyway. But she goes like, "Have you seen Aslog?" I couldn't find her when the attack happened.
Aslog game was one of the first to come through to let us know that the attack happened. Aslog and Halfdan.
And you just see this relief wash over her face as soon as it says she made it through the gate.
I heard my father went north trying to protect the villagers that left. Did you see him at all? Was he okay?
I think I'm sorry, Vigo. I think your house was one of the first ones that burned. I'm sure he got out though.
Vigo puts on a fake smile and he's like, "I'm sure he did. He's a smart man."
I don't know about smart. He's more stubborn than anything.
I wanted to be.
Because she sees right through what you did there. Because yeah, you can't lie to save your life for the most part, especially with family. Well, especially aunt.
Hey, Vigo's a horrible liar to begin with. Yeah.
Well, true. But I'll say especially because we all know you can never lie to your aunt. Like they always see through that stuff, even in real life. Like you might be able to trick your mom, but your aunt gonna be going like, really?
Yeah, he is quite stubborn.
And then, as you say that, you see the gate shut off again.
Vigo's heart sinks a little bit as he walks back over to Sharifa by the control panel, the control desk.
Alright, and then Brooke, your team has another bit of a reprieve. As you guys, kind of square away and kind of, do an inventory on the medical supplies you have.
I'm thinking we've got everything well, like a good machine, a good thing going here.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna take 2 of the EMTs and 2 of the Marines, and we're gonna start heading towards the village because there might be worse people hurt there.
Alright. The lieutenant from one of the Marine teams that was left at the gate, he won't let you take 2 of the Marines, but he'll let you take 1. Because, I mean,
okay.
you got a corpsman with you, so it's not like you're all, like, you can't fight.
Right. That's fine.
But where you guys already stretched a little thin at the gate, he doesn't want to, sacrifice that perimeter.
Right.
But yeah, you guys can definitely start heading to the gate, no problem. Or not to the gate, sorry, to the village. My bad, I misspoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not like she's walking around with Air Force PJs, okay?
I know. That's why it says, like, that's why the lieutenant was cool with, them moving. I'm just saying he just wanted to let 2 Marines go when he needs to hold a perimeter still.
Gotcha.
And as you guys make your way to the village, you see more and more people coming through. Smaller batches, like 5, maybe 6 people you've probably seen so far since you started walking. All of them are just literally just cuts and scrapes.
Good.
And that's literally because when they ran from the village, they went to the east, right into the thorn bushes.
Mark.
So, not the best place, but it's better than where they could have been.
Right.
And again, it takes you all about the same time it took Captain Marshall and them to make it there. But yeah, you just see this village on fire. You see, we'll say 4 buildings have collapsed. 2 are still on fire. Like 2 additional past the 4 that collapsed.
Okay.
Because thankfully, a good number of these houses had a good bit of distance between them. So that way, if a fire broke out, it didn't break down the entire or burn down the entire village.
Okay, we're gonna stop and check the collapsed buildings, make sure no one's trapped inside.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. With your passive investigation, you don't see any sign of anyone trapped in those buildings.
Good. And then we'll keep going. Okay.
I will say, give me since you guys are looking, give me an investigation. 16?
16?
So, much as how B was able to notice, you do see what look like wheel marks from probably a wagon heading off to the west.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, whether you think... Now, as far as you don't know whose wagon that is.
Right.
And then with that, we're going to pause on your correct. We're going to go back to B. So B, you and the 2 Marines have been doing a pretty good run up up into the hills to try and catch up. And after I'd say maybe about 15 minutes of running, you start hearing talking. Give me a perception. Hell yeah, 23, nice. So yeah, you hear them clear as day. You hear them going like, man, we ain't getting paid enough for this. Just to take some of these people? Like, come on, this ain't worth it. As another person goes like, we got paid. Do you really want to piss them off? It's like, I ain't here to...
What the hell?
It's like, I ain't here to anger anyone, let alone a god. And he said god with, like, kind of air quotes in his voice.
Yeah. Kesha would make the hand gestures for the 2 Marines with her to split so that each one goes on a flank.
Yeah.
And she would casually, she would try to sneak forward to see if she can get the jump on this group.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll, and you can get advantage because of the fact you're able to hear them. 14.
Not much.
Hey, like I said, I gave you advantage because of how well your perception
Yep.
was, so that worked out. So with that 14, you do, snap a twig here and there, but you're able to stay out of sight. They just think it might be like a squirrel, we're just running over something. Especially when there's one twig you step on, they turn and look, and they take a step forward, and then you see a boar run past you and past them.
At least it wasn't a chicken.
But you get to a pretty good point, and you can actually see them now, and you see at least 2 people, one holding a Zat gun, the other one holding a Montauk. They definitely are not dressed as Jaffa. You do not see any identifying marks on them. Like, you don't see like the normal Jaffa symbol on them.
With Montauk drawn, she would step forward. She'd step forward and be like, drop your weapons, identify yourselves.
Alright. Because you did get the drop on them, go ahead and give me a... Now, when you say Montauk drawn, do you have it like primed, ready to shoot, or is the tip still closed?
Oh no, it's primed and ready to shoot. She's
Okay.
not taking chances.
No, that's completely fine. The reason I'm asking is, go ahead and give me an intimidation roll with that then. Ooh. So you don't see them drop. They're not turning yet. They're kind of just watching you to see like what's going to happen, and they go like, "Why? It's 2 against 1." Because even if you drop one of us, the other will just drop you.
Are you sure about that?
Give me an insight check real quick.
Been hanging out with
Inside,
Sharifa far too long.
Ooh,
Ooh,
nice. So you can tell
Nat 20.
the,
Or no, 30, 20.
you can tell that the one with the Zach gun, and he's the one who's kind of trash talking you here, saying it's 2 against 1. He is real twitchy.
Ooh.
Yeah. But also too, so when you say that, go ahead and give me a persuasion check, by the way, for what you said there, the whole am I?
Ouch. Ouch. That one.
And you know what? I want to make a roll real quick.
Oh,
You are no longer allowed
So-
to do persuasion.
So as you stand there, the one not the one who's trash talking, the one with the Montauk, he turns apart and is like, "Wait, isn't there a bounty out on her? Wasn't she Collie's prime?"
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, they made you. What do you do?
did you see?
Hmm?
Did you see the redeemed rewrite fate?
Oh, okay. So go ahead and re-roll that. Go ahead and re-roll that persuasion then.
Hey, I'll take it. 17.
Okay. So they're still going to make you, by the way. Like, we'll say that they say that bit before you do the persuasion. Because right when that moment, the 2 Marines jump out as they finally got in position. And the 2 guys next to us hear, clicking as the guns are ready and aimed right at them.
Point blank range. Gotta
Yep.
love it.
And you convince them, going like, "Yeah, see, I'm not alone." So what do you do at that point? Because they still haven't dropped their guns yet. They believe that you weren't alone because you just proved it.
Should give him. Should be like, you have talent. Drop him immediately, or you're gonna be taken down.
All right, give me another intimidation, and because you have the Marines with you, you get advantage.
It don't matter. You know. It's making me do all. You're making me do all the rolls I don't have a bonus points in.
Hey, not my fault how this scenario's going, okay? Well, it kind of is, but you get my point. Anyway, yeah, so with that, you don't, they don't drop, well, I'll give you a part. So the one with the Montauk drops his, but the one with the Zach gets up and turns and is about to shoot you. I will get, because of what you said though still, I will give you an attack roll to see if you can fire off before they do, because essentially we'll both roll, and whoever rolls higher gets a hit first.
All right. Well,
Oh, that ain't hard. Yeah, you hit him. So you shoot him, and he's dead.
and everyone goes flying.
Oh no, the Marines don't shoot because they.
Oh no, but the Montauk, because of the close in that range.
Oh yeah, no, he flies back like 5 feet,
Yeah.
and the Zap just gets flung out of view. Like you have no idea where the Zap gun went. So
You're there everywhere.
So after you do that, one of the Marines is going to walk up, one closest to the one who had the Montauk. He's going to walk up and he's going to zip tie the dude's hands behind his back.
Well, Keshna's has to go hunt down the other one.
Huh?
Keshna's gonna have to go hunt down the other one.
Why? He's dead.
Yeah, Yeah, good point. I didn't.
I'll say
Murdered him.
yeah, you killed him
Yeah.
outright. He didn't have much health.
All right. Well,
He
never
didn't-
mind.
Like I wasn't even gonna go off the damage you did there, but even with that damage, you still killed him.
Okay.
These guys weren't wearing armor.
Yeah.
So what do you and the two Marines do now that you got the dude zip tied?
She would, going off of what she heard earlier, she would look at the guy and be like, "Who paid you? And why? What was your job that you were supposed to do?"
His lips are sealed. He's not talking.
She would.
Bring him back. Bring back. Sharifa had it.
Oh no, she wants answers, and she's also worried about Vigo and his Vigo's father. So, I'm assuming, would she have a knife on her?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Normal gear comes with a knife.
Yeah.
And she would get her knife out and she would set it against the guy's fingers and be like, "You're gonna lose a finger, or you're gonna talk."
Oh, the Marines turn to you and go like, "That is not how we do things. Stand down."
Oh, she's already putting the knife to the finger and ready to go.
Yeah, no, they're telling you to take the knife away and put it up. They're telling you you're not going to torture this dude.
I'm gonna make Sharifa so proud. Just gotta say.
Oh my god!
She was like, "This is family. This is a family matter. You stay out of it."
No, So one of the Marines found the Zat or had a Zat gun on them because they kind of figured they would need it for this. They now have the Zat pointed at you, saying, "Stand down." And there's point blank, so they ain't missing.
Even at that point in time, Sharifa would stand down and think.
Yeah. Yeah, she would calmly take the knife.
Kesha would know how those feel.
Yeah.
Most Jaffa, when they train, they get shot with the stuff they train with, minus the
Yeah.
Montauk.
Keshna would casually take the knife away, put it away, and glare at the Marines, of course. But
Yeah. So one of the Marines is going to say, "Well, we still haven't found the other, the ones who left the other tracks. Let's go ahead and send," and he's going to point to the PFC. So let's go send him back with the prisoner, and me and you and either I can go back with them or I can go with you. We can go help find them.
Now Keshna's torn because she wants to do things her way, but she can't. She'd be like, she would give a sigh because she's gonna listen to her Brooke side. She's gonna listen to Mama Brooke voice in her head. Be like, She'd be like, "Okay, you come with me. Send him back, but make sure he is sent to Sharifa on the other side for questioning."
They're not even going to say a word. They're just going to go ahead and just start walking. Now, you said you want both of them to escort them back?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they know you can handle yourself. They just want to make sure you ain't going to do anything crazy. Alright. And then real quick, Brooke, give me a perception roll.
Hmm.
22, nice. So with that 22, to the north, you hear a Montauk staff blast because you've heard them enough times at this point. You can recognize it. But to the west, you start hearing machine gun fire and Montauk blasts.
Well, we know where the bad guys are.
And it's at that point you're going to hear,
"This is Captain Marshall. Are there any units nearby?"
Dr. Walker in the village?
Doc, what are you doing in the village? And you hear gunfire in the background, by the way.
Thought y'all might need some more immediate assistance.
Normally I'd say no, but yes, get over here. We're about 2 clicks to the west.
Got it.
And you heard a small explosion in that last transmission, by the way.
All right, let's double time it to the west.
All right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our break. So we'll be back in about, I will say, 15 minutes. We'll be back at 10 after. This way we can, everyone here, whether it's us or y'all at home, can get up, stretch, get a drink, get food, do whatever you need to do. But we'll see you in 15 minutes. And we are back, y'all. As we left off before the break, Vigo is getting slightly disheartened not seeing the dad come through the gate so far. Keshna has shown that they are willing to cut off someone's finger for just a little bit of information. Like, I know you want them to lend you a hand, but that's not the way to go about it.
But
Yeah. Bring the bouncy on, Kellen.
Huh?
Hey man, I got it.
Bring the bouncy on.
I have Rimshot on my thing, so anyway, but and then Brooke, who was in the village trying to see if they could find it, which they found no one who was injured in the village, so there was, nice thing there. No one was hurt, no one was stuck, no one was trapped in a burning building. But they heard the Montauk staff to the north and gunfire to the west, and that's when they heard a radio going, "Is there any team nearby?" Because Captain Walker had no clue if Keshna maybe came back from the north yet or not. I want to find out that the dock was actually closest, and I'm saying, like, beggars can't be choosers. Get your ass over here.
Okay.
And that's where we left off. Is Brooke, one of the EMTs, or one of the corpsmen? Because apparently they all are. It's just corpsmen. Fair Slayer. But yeah, they were booking it to the west because they were, a good little distance to the west there in just that little bit of time. We're gonna head back to Phoenix Base though, as they see the gate activate another time. As they dial. And one of the corpsmen on the Cimmerian side of the gate is going to radio in going,
Got 5 more coming through. Minor cuts and bruises.
Chief will respond. They'll come through, and you're going to see, 5 more people walk through. A couple of them have already been bandaged. Some are limping because one did have a sprained ankle, but nothing major. You still do not see your dad. And the gate shuts off again. With that, we're going to head back. Actually, at this point, so Vigo, what are you doing? This is now the 3rd time the gate's opened, with no sign so far. Like, what's going through your head right now?
Hearing that he went to the north to go help protect people, that to Vigo, that's very like, oh, that's my dad. That tracks. The fact that no one has found him yet after the 3rd time going through, he's getting legitimately worried to the point where he's starting to wonder if he's in the right place or not. But yeah, he's still on the fence about it. Like I know he knows that without Sharifa there, he would definitely be taking off, and I think it's kind of vice versa. So they're both kind of keeping each other there.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna head back to B. Because as you were heading north, and because only you're able to pick up a much quicker pace than you were earlier. Granted, not like the Marines couldn't have kept up with you, but now you're not having to worry about that as much. Mm-hmm. And you end up finding a cave system. Give me a perception check.
14.
Yeah, with that, you do see a faint glimmer of light just around the bend in the cave.
Well, Tam just goes. She would try to sneak forward to see if she can get eyes on the light source.
Yeah, I mean, you're making it, and you see that there's a good 20, 25 more people from the village. Most of them unscathed. Because most of them were already on the northern side of the village when the attack happened, so they weren't in any line of fire. They had to worry about, like, buildings, like debris hitting them, stuff like that. When you first round the corner, you did have a couple swords pointing at you, but as soon as they saw the patch on your uniform, though, they realized that you were an ally.
She would ask if any of them is Sigmund as well.
No one raised their hand.
I'm trying to go. She would ask if there's anyone severely injured, and if they know potentially where Sigmund went.
I say no one's seen him.
What about about the injury part?
Oh, again, no one's really hurt. Like I said, just there's not even bumps or bruises.
Oh, um,
Because you realize now the five who like the set of footprints of like 4 or 5 people were the ones who were holding the swords now. Like that they were in the back of the pack to make sure that if anyone followed them.
she would say the way to the gate is clear. Get there as quickly as you can, and she would continue. Would she see any other sign of them going forward, further in, or
No, like this
No.
cave is it's
just a one-way in and out?
pretty much.
She's okay. So she'll be like, "Come with me. I'm gonna get you to the village. From there, you can get to the gate without any issues."
All right, and they start following you. Where they going to come back to Brooke? Go ahead and give me a perception check, Brooke.
14?
Yeah. So as you guys are running, you know you are going in the right direction as the weapon sound, like the firing sounds are getting bigger, like louder and louder. Like you hear the P90s, you hear Motocs, you hear some other weapons you're not entirely familiar with, but you know you're getting closer to the battle.
Okay.
And as soon
Then we will. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as you're around the bend, though, you see everything. You see Captain Marshall with with his 2 airmen with him behind a boulder, and then across you see 5 people, some holding a handheld device that you haven't really seen before, or you can't really make out this distance. Well, 2 of them have that. 3 of them are holding Motocs, and they're just blasting. They're just blasting. They're not even trying to really do anything. They're just doing suppressive fire.
Okay, we're gonna try and stealthily flank them if they haven't seen us.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Eek.
And I'm gonna roll perception for one of them, or just for their group.
Yeah.
Oh, they see you.
Yep.
Okay, take cover.
Yeah, 2 of them turn their weapons towards you as you start having fire coming in between y'all. There's another boulder not too far from where Captain Marshall's is, like almost like as if they're part of a set almost. And
Yeah, we're gonna take cover.
Yeah, the 3 of you were able to make it to the boulder just fine. And you guys are within, more so shouting distance because of all the weapon discharges. But you're gonna hear Captain Marshall going like, "Took you long enough."
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, fair.
Anyone hurt?
No, nothing. Yeah, a couple close calls though. And as he says that, literally a blast is gonna go just like an inch over his head.
Oof.
And in between fires, you're gonna see like him and the others like peer out from behind the rock and just do like short controlled bursts.
Well, we can lay down suppression fire so you can get a better beat on them.
I say, if you're able to do it. And he says, and he's going to tell you.
Okay.
And he's going to say on my mark. So, 3, 2, 1, mark. You guys all get able to do suppressive fire. I'm not gonna make you roll anything because you're just doing. Actually, give me a percentile roll. Let's see how well this goes.
Either really good or really bad.
No, it's y'all. As soon as y'all get your heads up, more blasts come your way. You couldn't even get. None of y'all could get a single round off.
Damn.
And I'm gonna roll 2 real quick.
Ouch.
And the Marine who is with you gets hit in the shoulder.
Mm.
Like, he's hurt. He's not dead. He's hurt.
All right. I'll at least put a compression bandage on it just to stop the bleeding. And
Yeah. Well, remember it's energy blast, so it's pretty much a burn with piercing there. It's not like penetration.
well, at least we'll cover it so it won't get dirty.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, the corpsman already beat you to the punch before you can even get to him, just because the corpsman was closer.
Right.
And then with that, Cap's gonna go like, "Oh, that could have gone a little better. Let's try something else." And you're gonna see him and his 2 airmen grab a smoke grenade, and they're gonna try and lob it as far as they go. Nick, I'm gonna involve you with this one. High or low?
Low.
Nope. Just barely over. They lob a smoke grenade.
It's 3.
Yep. So the 3 of them lob the smoke grenade. It provides cover, but now but it wasn't thrown wide enough from each other. So now the smoke is actually obscuring where you can't even see them. Like, they can't see you, but you can't see them now.
All right.
And the captain's just going like, "Oh,
Brooke is like, I'm just thinking I'm in a firefight. Holy crap. You know? I got this.
The captain's going to say is like, not the best move, but yeah. And so let's push up to the next boulder, because there's another boulder about 20 feet ahead of y'all, to the left.
Okay.
And it's big enough to cover all
right.
of y'all.
Okay.
So, go ahead and give me a dexterity roll, and I'm going to roll dexterity for them. Oof.
Ooh, and that 20 in there, Kellen.
Yeah, I mean, the captain made it.
Oh.
So, the captain, Brooke, and the one of the airmen make it to the boulder just fine. The other airman, the Marine who was shot, and the corpsman, they all fumble, and by the time they get back up, the smoke is cleared, and they have to go right back to the boulder they were already at.
Okay.
No one was hurt, thankfully, but yeah, as shots to start going off again. Because they didn't even stop shooting as you guys were running. Like, they were just blindly firing into the smoke. But you guys don't know what they're doing.
Yep. That's all right. We're going to take him down. And I'm thinking Sharifa would kill me when she saw me.
Yeah. Alright. So the captain's going to say, okay, let's try and suppress a fire again. And he'll, do hand signals to the ones that were left behind the boulder. He's going to have you and the airman that made it across. You guys are going to start it first, just so the others can get their heads up and start helping as well.
Okay.
So he's going to say 3, 2, 1. Mark, go ahead and give me another percentile, Lisa. So, you guys are able to get a few shots off. It does, obviously attract attention to you. Also, you do have some shots coming your way now. Like, you're not providing enough suppressive fire for that. But now the other 2 can get up, and they're going to do it. Stormy, high or low?
Hi.
Yeah, and the others are still 2 pinned to get any shots off. Um, yeah. And the captain just gets down and goes like, damn it. Because as, you know, there was a big explosion right in front of the boulder y'all were hiding behind. As a Montauk staff hit the dirt at like a steep angle.
Yeah.
Oh, did I guess the wrong
And
one?
now we're dirty. You know?
Yep. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're gonna head back to B now. Because we're gonna say that their fight's been taking definitely a while. And by the time you make it back to the village, you tell them, okay, you guys should be able to make it from here. You obviously hear gunfire. With how much is going off at this point, you obviously hear it. And then, real quick, unrelated to what's about to happen with the fight, Nick, give me another high or low.
Low.
Don't worry.
It's not
God.
right.
No, hold on. Hold on. You're gonna be happy that you guessed wrong on that one. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so what were you doing, B? Sorry.
So, all right. So she's obviously she knows the way to the gates clear from the village. So she's sending those villagers with instructions to tell Vigo there's no sign of his father yet. Still looking, and she's booking it towards the direction the gunfire is coming from.
Yeah, and it does not take you long to get there.
Seeing where Brooke should be able to see where everyone's at, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
well, first off, when you get there, give me a stealth roll to make sure you don't get seen. You're immediately made, and you have to make it behind where the other two are.
The back one or the front ones?
No, the one where the Marine, the Corpsman, and the other airmen are.
She
Okay.
she would look and she see Brooke. She'd like, and she'd give him that look of, "Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here." Type look to Brooke. You're gonna get me in trouble with Sharifa. Just an exasperated look at
But,
Brooke, and she would give hand signals to the captain
yeah.
that she wants to try making it the other direction, so the right way.
I mean, yeah, you guys can try suppressive fire again so you can do that run.
Uh,
So this time I'll roll percentile.
All right.
And B, I'll have... Actually, no, I haven't done it with you yet, Lisa. High or low?
Hi.
Hey.
Yay.
Not the fact that you get that it was high, but just the number.
As
with
my
that-
other
Yeah.
half. Dude.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but with that,
Giggity.
you, the captain, and the airmen who are at the most forward boulder, you guys get up to get it first, and you actually get them ducking now because you guys are actually able to, not have to worry about the shots as much, and you guys lay suppressive fire. So B, go ahead and give me a okay. You said you want to go at the right side.
Mhm.
Because are you trying to hide again, essentially, or like what are you trying to do exactly when you go to the right side?
Hide and make her way around to a position where she can shoot her
Oh,
Montauk at, try to get them to
yeah. Give me a stealth roll with advantage.
16.
Yeah, so you are able to hide because they kind of have their faces in the dirt, and you're able to start working your way up. For those doing suppressive fire, you guys go right back behind the rocks because you're not trying to run out of ammo. Hell, the captain and his airmen are on their last magazines now. And the captain is kind of able to see into the tree line to see where you are. He's going like, "What the hell are they doing?" As they see you, running up and trying to flank behind them. Go ahead and give me another stealth roll real quick. You can still get advantage on it.
22.
Not that it would have mattered.
Nice.
But yeah, you're able to sneak behind them, and you see that there is actually not 5 of them, but 7.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yep, two of them are hiding at the wagon. But you still see it's nothing changed. It's still 3 Motocs, and now that you're close enough, you're able to see they do have 2 Zach guns. The other 2 are just literally hiding behind the wagon.
Keshno would. Are the 2 hiding behind the weapon or wagon have any weapons on them?
Nope.
Kesha would immediately try to make it her way to the 2 to use them as, be like, hey, with her Motok out, drone ready to fire, and be like, stop your shooting, otherwise these 2 are gonna be shot.
Alright, so when you say that, one of them turns, the others keep, aiming down range towards the rest and going like, you're outnumbered here, right?
He said, "You sure about that again?"
Yeah, there we go.
Bluff.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's gonna bluff her little butt off.
Alright, so what are you saying?
Are you sure? And she kind of make like hand gesture, like as if there was a group with her.
Okay. Give me a insight check, or not insight, sorry, deception, and I'm gonna have this guy roll insight on you.
You said deception?
Yes. 21. Ooh, nice.
Double 21.
Oh yeah, no. So this guy's going like, son of a. And he's going to turn around. So I was just like, unless you want to die, put down your weapons. And you're just seeing him just throw down his Zat gun. And,
Go, Keshna!
oh yeah, no, and then the captain, Brooke, you all see this. Because you see them all just throw their guns down.
Awesome. Let's move in.
Yeah, you guys move in. You're able to, kick the weapons. Well, the ones with the training for this actually going like kick the weapons away and zip tie them. And the captain's going to go up to the dude who seemed to be a leader, is going like, "What are y'all doing here?" And he's very much tight-lipped, just like the rest of just like the other one you saw.
Look in the wagon.
Yeah.
All right. You guys open the wagon. You see all sorts of different things. Give me investigation. And B, you get advantage.
No, I don't.
There's a reason I'm giving you advantage for this too.
Oh, well. Right.
I got 21.
Oh yeah. So Brooke, you're able to find like they literally had hidden compartments inside this wagon for all the weapons that they've had. Hell, they even had a death glider cannon stored in the undercarriage that could have been mounted. Like they brought some heavy artillery if needed, so it's a good thing they never got set up. But Keshna, as you're investigating the stuff in the wagon, you notice something that you have not seen often, and I actually got to look up what the hell it's called now because I forgot what it was. Because as I'm looking at the name, it's that handheld communication device that Goa'uld have, the one that looks like a ball.
Ooh, I don't even remember what that's called.
I don't remember what it is either.
That's a shock grenade. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Is it this sucker? No, that's the larger version of this thing.
He's like, I will find this. I will find the
Actually-
name of this damn thing.
Hold on. Oh, no. So they come in different sizes, but this is the right device. There's actually not an actual name for it. It's just literally just called a long-range visual communication device. And you know it's like, because you can kind of guess that maybe they got the weapons from just like battlefields where the weapons were just left there. But you know they don't leave these.
Is it
Yeah.
Is it a Karakesh?
No, Karakesh is it's something else.
Okay.
No, they, like I said, they literally don't have a name, an actual like go old name for this thing.
Okay.
Like, not that was given in the show, I should say.
She would immediately let the captain know about it.
Yeah. All right, you let the captain know, and he literally just grabs it, holds it in front of the dude, going like, "Who gave you this?" And the dude is again still very much tight-lipped.
Kesha's getting visibly annoyed, and she, with her Molotov, because she still has it ready and primed to fire, she aims it at the guy's crotch and says, "Start speaking or you lose something."
Jeez Louise.
The captain's going to look at you and going, "Stand down and put that away. That is not how we do things."
Damn,
The little
people.
girl's growing all up.
She's trying to bluff it. She's trying to bluff, and everyone's ruining it. Should sigh, let it stand down. Kind of like people need to learn that they have to do stuff certain.
I'm sad. Pickles are all gone now.
Yeah, again, saying like, "That is not how we do things." And he's literally going to like give you just a stare of going like, you're gonna step back.
Keshna, stand down.
Oh no, she already stood down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she stood down. She didn't
And-
like.
Brooke, give me a perception check.
Three.
So it's at that moment you're going to notice that of the 7, many of them are kind of like moving something around in their mouth, like in a weird way. And as that moment, you see them literally just go as they bite down on something hard. And the one close to you, you're able to stop them from doing so as you see the remaining 6 essentially electrocute themselves with something as they drop dead. But you were able to stop the one closest to you.
Yeah.
Your fingers hurt because you kind of put their hand in their mouth to stop them from biting down.
Yep.
But you were able to stop him. It wasn't the leader of the group. It was one of the ones who was unarmed, but still. And you see the captain and everyone else is going, "What the hell?"
Would Kesha recognize?
Well, I'm assuming
this,
I was able to sweep and get the little thing out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had the help of the captain once they realized what happened, because you had one person have to hold the mouth open as you took the 4 steps
like-
to pull it out.
Looking at it like never seen anything like this before.
Yeah. And Kesha, to answer your question, no, this is not something you recognize.
Okay.
And
Now I'm gonna look at Kesha and say, "Did you find Sigmund?"
Kesha would look at Brooke and said, "No sign of Sigmund ahead," and the group of villagers that I sent to the gate from here and didn't know anything.
All right. And then we're going to go ahead and head back to the gate. As for those of you on Phoenix Base, you guys see the gate start dialing and getting ready to start again. And again, it opens. Iris is closed. IDC gets verified. It opens up. And this time you see about... How many I say so far? So we had 10, 25, so it's 35. I said there's about 70 people in the village. There was 20 from there. Yeah, so you see the 20... well, no, you see about 20 people come through. No, 25 actually, because there's another 5 that Keshnut didn't see in the woods that made it as well. Again, the majority of them, perfectly fine. 5 of them, again, minor cuts and bruises. And Vigo, still no sign of that. But you do see in the crowd, comes with your passive does this one. You're going to see your grandfather named... Hold on, I'm trying to think of a good name for him. Ah, god dang it. 1 second. No, that's not what I need. That's not what I need either. Hring. H-R-I-N-G, by the way, if you want to put that in your notes. But you see him, he is no worse for wear. He's a little bruised, and, he's walking with his walking stick, but I mean, that's normal. Because dude's like 65, 70.
Get that old man strength.
Aw. Well, I mean, he was a blacksmith, too. There's a reason Sigurd's a blacksmith.
I see him come through.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to, at first, run to the group, and then when I see him, I kind of slow to a walk and offer if there's anything he needs. Is he okay? Are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you how are you doing?
Yeah. He just puts a hand on your shoulder.
Rifa's gonna go up with him.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna put a hand on your shoulder, saying, "Good to see you, boy."
You as well. Have you seen Father?
Yes. He's alive, at least as far as I saw, but he was taken.
Taken by...
Shit. Oh, shit.
Vigo just deflates, and he nods and he says, "Okay, I'm sure he'll be okay." Here, he takes his grandpa and he takes him over to the medic area to get him checked out.
Yeah, and as you walk him over, he's going to tell you, it's like, he went off to the west, actually, because the person who told you the north, they were so just, like I said, they weren't 100% level-headed, they got the directions mixed up. But he went to the west to fight, and because your grandfather was originally going to be one of the ones taken. He's like, yeah, they were going to take me, I don't know why. They were just taking anyone they could. Your father was able to save most of us from being taken, but he and 4 others just dropped and were dragged off.
Do you know who took them? Who attacked the village?
We don't know. People came through saying they're willing to trade.
So they didn't bear any of the markings of the Jotun?
None. But they had their weapons.
It's good to see that you are safe, and that Aunt Siggy, that he points over to where she's being checked out. Aunt Siggy made it as well. If you'll excuse me, I have to go talk to the general, and he just walks off.
All right. And what are you doing, Sharifa, by the way, since you said you went up with them?
Muted.
As a Stormy, if you say anything, you're muted.
Oh, no, I didn't say anything. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Now I'm saying, so what is Sharifa doing as you're hearing what Ring is telling Vigo?
For now, I'm gonna stay quiet and I'm gonna help him get his grandfather over there, and
Okay.
then I'm going to go to the general, and I'm going to say I need to go through.
He's going to let you say, you're still not cleared.
I know I'm not, but you don't understand. I need to see something for myself.
I'll say, I understand completely, but I have not been told by Kanara you are good to travel. Your wrist is still busted, so you can't even use your weapons well.
Yeah, she's not wearing the. She just holds up her hand like I'm fine.
Yeah, not
She
until
cut it off.
Oh, I know you did. But that's why he's also going to say, you were not cleared until medical clears you, especially when it was the medic of your own team who benched you. I understand you want to go out there and help.
No, I don't want to go out there and help. I want to go look at something. It's something Vigo's grandfather said.
Once I hear back that the planet is secure again, then maybe we will talk about it, but not until I hear that. That is the most I will compromise on this matter.
Fine. It's a compromise. Just I have a feeling.
All right, and then Vigo, you said you were going to the general too. What are you doing?
Oh no, that was an excuse. He's walking away,
Okay, I didn't
just
know.
kind of
Okay.
in a direction.
Yeah, no, I got you now. Okay. So we're going to go back to Cymeria now. You're going to hear on y'all's radio the Marines who went off with the prisoner that Keshna helped.
PFC Wilkins to Captain Marshall.
And Captain Marshall's going to reply going,
Go ahead.
PFC
Goes. So prisoner we had en route to gate just dropped as if he was tased almost. No pulse, nothing.
The captain's going to sigh as he looks at the one that, again, that you were able to stop from doing so, Brooke. And goes like, well, at least we got one to talk to. As he, has the airman and the sergeant help the guy up, and you guys start walking back to the gate. When you make it back there, the remaining corpsmen let you know that 65 people have, 65 villagers have made it through the gate, which, based on reports for that particular village, shows only a few are still missing. And the one who you had making a list, he's going to give you the list to look over, Lisa. And just with your passive investigate, you don't see Sigmund's name there.
Are we sure they're not still out here somewhere?
That's possible. These woods go on for miles.
Keshna would look to the captain and be like, permission to go search for any other stragglers.
Not yet.
Sir, do you have a drone with infrared?
I say, we can probably get one launched from the base. I'm going to leave the 2 Marine teams here. We're going to return back with the prisoner, debrief, and we can even see about maybe getting that drone to search out for anyone else who may have gone out too far. Then he's going down the gate, put in his IDC. Sharifa, you're probably still near the gate room since you actually spoke to the general, and you're going to see the gate activate again. Excuse me. And then Vigo, you're just going to hear the whole unscheduled off-board activation another time.
She's back in there.
Yeah, Vigo is standing at the hallway that leads back to like their personal quarters, but he's kind of keeping a remote eye on it.
Okay. Yeah, the wormhole goes up. You guys get the clear to go ahead and walk through. And you guys end up walking through. I dialed the wrong place. What?
Where'd you send them?
No!
Don't worry, there wasn't a sunspot. Because for those who watch the show, you'll know what I mean.
Yes.
There we go. But yeah, but you guys make it back through. Gate closes off behind you. And the general immediately tells y'all to head on up to the briefing room. Like, you guys, you unclip the gun from the front shoulder holster, or like the chest holster, you like the one I have for cosplay reasons. You hand it to the security personnel. I mean, that's what it's for right now, cosplay. Anyway, and you guys immediately go to the briefing room where the general and the major are meet you up there. And you guys debrief them. You know, the captain explains, you know, what you guys found. That, you know, the fact that these guys literally had the equivalent will be a cyanide capsule in their mouth, as far as like will be a good comparison for those from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doesn't seem like the damage to the village was done to, you know, kill anyone. It was literally just there to cause damage. And that was about all you guys knew. He's going to say, okay, well, good job. We'll go ahead and get some more teams ready to help secure the area more and evaluate damages to help the Cimmerians. As for the request for the drone, that is approved. We'll go ahead and get that launched in a couple hours. Good, you know, because they got to get the drone prepped and everything. He's like, he looks at, you know, Keshna, Brooke, the captain, and they were saying, go get some food, go get cleaned up. Y'all did good work today.
Hmm.
And as you guys head out of the briefing room down back to the gate room to get to the hallway, you see Sharifa still in the gate room. Vigo is not.
Well, she's standing at the door to the gate room.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. She was looking for Vigo. She fully expected him to come back in there, and she's just kind of going... Like, she's trying to think of where he went.
Yeah. Well, as you're standing there, you do see Keshna and Brooke walking towards you.
I seem to have lost Vigo.
What?
I seem to have lost Vigo.
How do you lose someone that tall?
Well, I fully expected him to come back into the gate room with me. After you guys went through, I had to apologize. Yeah, you see she's out of the cast. I had to apologize to the chief.
Say, Brooke, you immediately see that, by the way. Like, you spot that a mile away.
You can scold me later.
Yeah, I gotta get to the infirmary. And she's just gonna walk away.
Alright. Before you walk away, though, the captain's going to walk up behind y'all and go like, Doc, thanks for helping that in that firefight, by the way. As he walks off after saying that.
Kesha wouldn't look at Sharifa. I had nothing to do with this one. I was not even with the... I was away when that happened.
You? Go find Vigo. We'll talk later. And I'll follow Brooke.
Alright.
Looking her over to make sure she's okay. Like a fussing mom.
Yeah.
Like she has like stopped you looking for bullet holes.
Not just a lot of dirt and grime.
Bit on the finger. Okay, that's it.
It was. There's two reasons for this. One, in case I had to go through, and two, do you know how hard it is to grip a 6-foot-something man with one good hand?
I don't. You know what? I don't
I
even
know you're
care.
tired.
Just
I know
get it
you're tired.
recast. We got a lot of people to deal with.
All right, come on. Let's go do with this.
Yep. And when you make it to the infirmary and after you clean up, obviously, you see the staff's got everything handled well. Like everyone with who has had minor issues, they've already been treated. Those that were dealing with the burns, they're covered in the proper bandages and stuff like that. They got everything 100% covered because all the doctors that were off duty this particular day came in.
Some.
It was all hands on deck for this one.
All right,
After
I'll
they
recast
banded
her.
cast.
I will recast her wrist.
Okay, well then after that she's gonna like help gather blankets or do something to feel freaking useful because she hasn't felt useful all day long, other than standing there with Vigo, and now he's run off, so she thinks it's her fault. That's why she sent Keshna.
All right, and then you know what? Hey B, give me a. Actually no, because it's not like in the woods or anything. Give me a. Will be a good roll for this. Just give me a straight up wisdom roll. You got
9.
no clue where Vigo might be right now.
You can go check his room.
Yep,
Like,
first place is the room.
Yeah, and then you go to the cafeteria, and that's where you get sidetracked because your stomach starts grumbling.
Grab a sandwich and continue her search.
No, I mean it was grumbling more than just a sandwich. Like you're sitting down and eating because you were also told to get some grub.
Oh. She's still trying to think of where she could find Vigo.
Yep.
Oh, that's it.
And then Vigo. So where are you right now?
He made a pit stop by his room and attempted to thrash it, but the pain in his side started to come back. Like the adrenaline's wearing off.
Yeah.
So he got pissed at himself, and now he's over in the gym.
Oh God!
And because he doesn't know any other, like, he's never been in this kind of emotional state before, and the one thing he knows how to get emotions out is what Sharifa told him, which is the punching bag. So he's sort of like holding his ribs and just like one arm punching the punching bag.
Give me a Constitution roll.
I knew it. That's an 11.
Yeah, you are literally like you punch it, like you doing the twisting motion for the punch is about the same as like when in episode 7 of Star Wars Kylo Ren was like hitting his blaster wound. Like you were in that much pain. Like you're not yelling, you're not shrieking, but you are in agonizing pain.
Yeah, he's not thinking, he's in his feeling moments right now, so he's
Yeah, you're grunting for 2 reasons.
Mm-mm.
Alright. And I think that is a good place to leave off for tonight.
That's cruel. An unusual punishment.
Wow!
Oh
He's in
man.
pain about what happened to his dad. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
Alright. But thank you all for coming out and watching us as we kind of learned the fate of Vigo's dad. And at least learned that his aunt, and a few others, from around were able to make it out. So now we're going to go around, say who you are, where we can find you, who you play, and we're going to reiterate the first question. What's your mindset right now, especially now that we've kind of gone through all that? We're going to go ahead and go in reverse order, starting with Vigo.
Hey everyone, I'm Nick. I play Vigo Sigmundson. You can find me here on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. I also am on every other Monday games with Kel and Lisa on the Origins of Orlais campaign with the Halfling Wizard. Whole lot of fun. Looking forward to the Monday at 10:30 Eastern session that we have coming up. Vigo, I'm just going to reiterate what I said. He's not in a thinking moment. He is in a feeling moment, and he doesn't have many of those. He likes to be in a thinking moment. He's a very cerebral guy. So this is a rare moment for him to just be with his feels, basically.
All right. And then B.
Hi, I'm B, also known as Necrotic Viper on Twitch, Discord, and TikTok. I play Keshna. Keshna is torn right now. She has the mindset. She's worried about Vigo. And the fact that they couldn't find, that she knows of, that couldn't find Sigmund, Vigo's father. Because she's unaware of the other part.
Oh, that was the briefing, wouldn't it? Would that have come out in the briefing that he was taken, or
no? Because Krang only told Vigo that. He didn't tell that to anyone else yet, and Vigo didn't tell the general.
Oh no!
No idea.
So,
because Sharifa didn't mention it to y'all either, since she was standing there when it was said.
And then she doesn't know where Vigo's at, so she's trying to figure out where he is, while she also has to eat something because otherwise she'll pass out in the surge. So her mind's just kind of like a little bit of everywhere, but the main concern is for Vigo. Because, like I've said before, Vigo is like her first friend from the team, really, because he's the one that she's connected to.
Yeah, I got
the quickest and the most. And spent the most time with.
Okay, Stormy, because I accidentally skipped you when we were going in opposite order.
Oh, that's okay. I'm good. Hey everybody, I'm Stormy. I play Sharifa, the officially now we can call her hard-headed, stubborn team leader. You can find. I heard that. Whoever said I
think we all did.
Be on Discord, TikTok, and some kind of streaming service to work for me. You'll find me playing either Baldur's Gate 3, World of Warcraft, anything that I can play on my beautiful new computer, I will be playing it. Mindset, she's kind of angry, curious, upset. Her emotions are all over the place. Right now, she's worried about Vigo. She's kind of curious because of the whole fact of what the person said. You know, they didn't look like they bore the Jotun symbols, but they were using their weapons. So that's throwing her for a loop. And it's one of those things she has to see for herself to believe it. And then, of course, she's very upset with herself because, she was very angry and ready to run through that portal or that wormhole at any point in time to help her friends. But she knew that Vigo would follow. Or she had an idea that maybe he would follow. So she's kind of mad that she cut the cast off and has to have it recast. She doesn't like the cast. She doesn't like the casting. But yeah, that's where she is right now. Like I said, her emotions are a spectrum right now, because for all of you that have been watching, y'all know Sharifa don't play with her emotions very much, so she has no clue how to handle them.
Yeah. That's understandable.
That was me.
And I'll definitely want to say thanks Thanks for sticking through with me being the hard ass characters about when it came to you going through. By the way.
That's okay. She'll like I said, she was like, I kind of stayed behind to say sorry to the chief because she was thinking of her family, not anything else.
Oh, I know. That's why he didn't report you. Lisa, you're up.
Hey, I'm Lisa, D&D Winterwolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Brooke Walker, Team Medic. You can find me here every other Friday. Our next Stargate campaign will be on the 24th. And you can find me every Monday on Halfling Wizards channel doing alternating campaigns with Kellen and Nick and one. This Monday the 13th, we are back with Origins, a 5e Orlea campaign, where we are doing our final dice giveaway. So if you tune in and type the word victory in chat, you can win some really cool LED light-up dice with a charger. And then on the 20th, we'll be back on Mondays with Wind Riders, which is a Surge campaign, a new game system that we're all loving, and it's worth coming to check out. Mindset. She's exhausted. She's hungry. Her hangover is long gone. Yeah. A little bit, this was her first firefight, really. The little skirmish we had in the trees when we started in our training mission, she was kind of under the cover of trees and not that close to it. So this was a little intense, so she's kind of processing that. She's upset that they couldn't find Vigo's father. She promised him she'd find him, and now she's feeling bad about that. But when things are out of her control, she tends to focus on what she can control, which is her job. So she is going to dive into work until there's something else that she can do.
Okay. Alright. And again, I am Kellen, also as the Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me every other Friday, where we stream, obviously our wonderful Stargate campaign here. You can also find me, as Lisa and Nick said, every Monday over on the Halfling Wizard channel, either for Orlea Origins, which happens to be this upcoming Monday, where I get to play Kieran, our ASMR Bard, who is now a were-rat at level 2. Because, the dice hate me. At least when I'm a player, they hate me. Let me rephrase that. And opposite Mondays, as Lisa said, also we are in a campaign for Surge, with a new TTRPG system. It's really fun. Definitely come and watch us. Like, there's moments where we're going like, oh crap! Like when it came to my character learning how to drive a flying car, to holy shit when it comes to not getting one hit KO'd by a spell in a training class. Because God, those rolls. On the opposite Fridays from us though, so on this upcoming Friday, you can find me over on the Dinner and a Game as we are playing our Walking Dead campaign, Jazz Funeral, using the new system by Free League Publishing. And then you can also just find me streaming on here occasionally. I've been doing a lot of Starship Troopers Extermination, mainly because I was avoiding Helldivers because of the whole Sony bit. I'm probably going to jump back in now that Sony's relinquished to a degree that whole bit there. They're still withholding, Helldivers in some countries, but at least they ain't forcing PSN. So hopefully they'll get those games to be able to be playable and purchasable, sellable in those countries again. Because come on, Sony, get the stick out your ass.
We dive together or not at all.
Pretty much. Hell, they made a cloak that was representative of the reviews on Steam, where it's like, oh yeah.
It was hilarious.
The whole bit, which it was beautiful. Yeah, but if you like what you saw, definitely hit that follow button. That we can start earning channel points. Because the nice thing with the channel points is, besides the fact there are sound effects like the ones you've heard so far tonight, you can also use your channel points to affect the game, like Nick did to help B out earlier. Because when B rolled that nat 1 for his roll, Nick was like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to help you. Redeem. And now we were able to rewrite fate, and B was able to potentially succeed, and they did. There's also stuff where you give people, a D4 for blessing. You can make it where we have to be nice to each other or nice to ourselves. You can make us drink, stretch, do posture checks. Hell, you can make something canon. Like, we had Cimmerian chickens that are like 10 feet tall. All because of me being like, you know what? Yeah, this is going to be the first redemption of it. Excuse me. What was I going to say next? And hopefully we'll get some more stuff going on with this channel in the future once I get my staffing stabilized at work. I got a couple ideas of kind of what I want to do on my free days, but it depends on who I can wrangle to be involved. But again, that's not going to be for down the line. Not you two are already in this one. You guys are already in this one. I'm going to try and get some other people. Because again, I got to figure out what day I'm even running it on anyway, so that's the biggest thing,
I was
too.
going to say, Tuesdays and Fridays are my days.
It would not be a Tuesday. And I ain't running stuff on Fridays because I already got 2 games on Fridays. That ain't happening. But with that, we're going to go ahead and see y'all next time. Stick around. So we're going to go ahead and raid 8H Adventures as my good buddy Sphinx Akasa, a.k.a. Circle DM, is running their Eberron homebrew campaign. Well, homebrew campaign set in Eberron, which is actually getting near their finale. They're getting so close to the end. So definitely stick around. Give them a follow if you haven't followed them already. But we'll see y'all next time.
Happy study.